Welcome everybody and a happy Saturday afternoon. This is Bruce Jones and this is a behind the scenes video from my new course that's coming out on the masterclass on creating your own workbooks, checklists, and journals. So I've been working along on it and pulling all the pieces together. So I just want to give you a little update. Let me just pull up here. Let's just make sure we have everything connected. Anybody has any, just a couple minute broadcast, just a little news one. Oh, there I am. All right, if you have any questions, you can drop them in there. And some of the latest news that we have on the workshop, here it is that it will be launching on June 12th. And then I will take it off after June 12th. So it is only up until June 12th. And there are 35 slots left to get in. So if you still want to get in, there's a link right here, right there. Where you can still get into the masterclass. So I'll be going through showing you how to build the workbooks, checklists, journals, all that kind of stuff. So it should be fun. It should be a lot of fun. I've been more work than I thought to put it together. And hi, Debbie. Thank you for looking in. Yeah, so more work than I thought to put it together. But I'm trying to get it as good as I can do. So I've been working on the script, and let me take this down. And so I have a number of different sessions, and this week I did some test video. Oh, I don't have those up here. So we'll have to see if we can get some of those up in the next behind the scenes. I'll do that. So let me, let's see here. Let's take this one down, and I want to do this one, share the screen so we can show the application right here. All right, this is what I've been working on. So this is the outline that I've been working on, pulling everything together. So as I said, I did some test videos on each of the different sections. So hi Bruce, I see we're both space nuts. Yes. I hope everybody got to see the Space Crew Dragon launch today. That was really kind of exciting to see that go up. What's amazing me is they get the same amount of power out of that little rocket as they used to get in that great big rocket, the Saturn V. So they've gotten a lot more efficient on their rocket. So so I did an intro video. I did a video on, let's see here if I can have it here. Here's my outline. Yeah, here's the outline of what I've been working on. These are all the notes. So I did an intro video on just a straight intro video, then one of the types of workbooks. So I have some really good examples of workbook, checklist, journal, study guide. So I'm working on that and went through some of those examples. And really what I'm doing is just trying to get the words down, get the flow right so I can make all the videos that I need to do. This was one, the products you can make from your book or program, and that was a fun one. That's my repurposing idea that I love doing, is repurposing content. Let's see, do I have that right here? Let's see, here it is, products you can make. So these were, you can make something that companions to your book. You can make 2 books, you can make 1 book, you can do discussion pages, worksheets, leader guides. I have a really good example of a friend of mine who did a book, a discussion guide, a leader guide, and a workbook. So he made 3 books out of 1 book. So I'll be showing that. You can make audio versions of your workbooks, or audio that go along with your workbook, and turn these things into products. So I'll be talking all about that. That's one of my favorite things to talk about. So what else did I work on? Let's see. I worked on that. The hidden treasures in your book. So it talked about what's inside of your book, or your consulting, your coaching, your training. So I had a nice video on that. I think that's where you can, even if you haven't sort of planned in your book to have sort of discussion questions that you could just expand into a workbook, you can go into your workbook and pull it apart, or go into your book, pull it apart, and create a workbook out of it. So it makes it a great thing. Top questions worksheet. So I've been working on that, using your book questions, coaching questions, working on the download. So I had thought about putting also some design basics, publishing a workbook where you can publish it. And not everybody wants to publish their book on on Amazon. You might not need to. You might only be 3 or 4 pages or 5 pages long, or it just doesn't lend itself to being published. So you can make a PDF. So I'll be talking about that. These are just some of the things that I've been working on, trying to get the order right, trying to get the components right, doing some test videos of me just running through, trying to get the words right so I can make sure I do a good job with that. Marketing your book, what ways you can do that. So all kinds of things that you want to do. So one of the thoughts I had, these are the elements that would be in the book: title pages, charts, checklists, resources, sections. One of the things I had thought to do was to sort of create a workbook live in front of everybody, sort of do a Zoom call, which is why I'm sort of limiting the class, because I want to be able to offer some Zoom stuff where we get on and talk about your book. And it's hard. That's harder than I thought to do, because it's sort of a random and doesn't necessarily fit with everybody's things. So what I'm thinking of doing now is to do that, but also to pull together and set up component parts, all the different kinds of parts you can put in your workbook, and then show you how to make those parts. So you might have a question with lines, you might have boxes, you might have checklists, you might have lines with a line in the middle of them, you might have spaces in the middle of them. So that's what this is me just starting to put that together, realizing, trying to pull apart one of my existing books and sort of on the fly do it. It takes a little bit more work. So the thought was, maybe I'll switch and show you how to make the component pieces, show you how to look at your book in a new way, to pull out the questions that you would use in a workbook, and then show you how to make the component pieces all different ways. So I've been sketching here. You can see different sketches that I've been putting together of different kind of component pieces and different layouts that you could put in your book, and then give you those pieces and show you how to make them in Word, PowerPoint. And I was testing a little bit also on Google Docs. Everything you can do in Word, you can do in Google Docs. So that's what I've been doing, is sort of getting all the parts ready. I have about 2 weeks to pull all this together. So I think I'm good. And where else did I have on here? More notes. You can see my my notes here. So I have all this stuff that I've been doing. You can see lots of red, putting red in there, going through and putting all the pieces together. So that's sort of what's been going on, getting that ready. And I also made today, let me, let's see, I made this today, little cover. So that's my workbook cover. Canva is a great place to have fantastic report covers and annual report covers and all kinds of things that you can adapt to your own publication. So I'm going to show people how to do that if you're not necessarily going to publish this someplace else. This makes a great graphic that you can make quickly and have a really nice graphic on the front of your PDF. Or you could convert it into a cover for a book if you're going to make it as a book. So, oh, you can't see that. Hold on. It's right here. Here it is. Here's my cover. This is what I made on Canva. And so it's there. So let me see. We have a comment here from, I started creating a workbook out of my book years ago. I haven't gotten very far. Yeah, so it's time to, yeah, Debbie, so time to dust that off and kind of get that out. But then you have a package. You now have a book and a workbook that can go together. And then you add videos to that or audios to that, and you have an entire program. So the workbook is almost like an outline that you have of your book. So cool thing to do. And yeah, so I can't remember whether you're in the class or not, but if you aren't, then join and we can talk about all that stuff. So all right, so that's sort of behind the scenes on this beautiful Saturday afternoon, Space Saturday we'll call it, as America launches back into space again. And you can see all the stuff. So I'll be doing some more behind the scenes. Remember the let me take this down here. Stop screen. Let's see. Do this, and put this up screen there. I just want to get up the screen application, and there we go. And we'll put this up. So this is available right here. Masterclass coming up June 2nd. I'm sorry, June 12th. 35 slots left. So join in. It's only $49. You will get all the training. You'll get the templates. You'll get the workbook that goes along with it, all that stuff. And there's 35 slots left. After June 12th, I will shut it off and get working on another course, but everything will be up there. So hopefully you can join in and come on board. And the link is right here. You can see it right there. to come. So see, we're both see. Let's see here. Oh, we have another comment from Debbie. Yeah, my full-time job is a tech writer. My own material takes back seat. I would switch it around, Debbie. I encourage you. One of the biggest mind shifts that happened to me with my products was when I realized I was my best client, and that my own products made more money for me than my clients' products. And I realized I needed to move them from the back and in the evening and on the weekends up to the front and during the day. Think of your products as a client. Treat your products and your ideas as if they were clients and give them that importance. And that might help say, oh, this is something I should work on. Even if you just sort of said, one day a week. Some people do, Monday through Thursday is for their clients and Friday is for their own products. Whatever method you use, but assign a slot of time. Might be just a morning, something like that. And but that's, yeah, I know that was a huge mind shift when this happened to me, when I realized that my own products, I was my best client, and to put activity to them and move them to the front. And you can just dribble away. It doesn't take long, especially in workbooks. You can go quickly with them, and put them up on Amazon. We'll be talking about it. So come in and join. Anyways, hope everybody does great and is doing good, staying safe. And oops, things are bouncing around on me. And we will see you all in the next video. All right.